Hi, I'm Mia, and I'm just gonna do something kind of warm and bronzy today. But yeah, had the day off. I was wearing a different shirt. It was pale cream with like little blue flowers from Gap Factory, and I was like, oh my god, I haven't dropped anything or spilled anything. I'm gonna do my makeup in this because, it's not too overly distracting from anything. Yeah, I had soup dumplings. I had a giant stain, so I have some water and soap stain on that. So hopefully it's gonna come out in the wash. If not, it's still in stock at the Gap Factory, so hopefully. But something kind of warm, bronze, because it is summer solstice, so yeah, let's get into it. I forgot to put my fuzzy thing on. But also, I do have my fan on, because even though it's not that warm out, I'm just getting a little uncomfortable sitting up here, so we persist. This is from Dominique Cosmetics. This is the Transition Palette. I'm going to start off with a mix of caramel with the tiniest bit of natural. And we're just going to throw this all up in here. But yeah, no, today's the summer solstice, which means it is June 21st. It is Sunday. It is also Father's Day. I did have the day off. I made sure to... Well, I had it requested off before he got fired. And I was like, I'm getting coverage for this. It's not happening. Because even even though I live with my family, we all... Besides my brother who's in school, we all work fairly odd hours and don't get to see each other all that much. So I'm like, I want to be nice and see my father. What a wild concept. So, I haven't gotten a text from anyone, so I think everything's all fine at the store. And then this is just some of caramel, and we're just gonna kind of deepen up, like right there. But we had a very, it's like 4:30 now, so the day's not over. We had very light activities. Obviously, he chose what we did. We went to some farmers markets, and then we went to Target, and we're gonna do sauce and meatballs for dinner tonight. It's not sauce and meatball weather. Not that it's not that warm, but it's just one of those things that, I don't think of being sauce and meatballs in the summer. And then I'm gonna take a mix of some of caramel with some of coffee beans. But went to 2 different farmers markets. I did get to bring my digital camera with me, and I got to mess around with that a little, so yay. I can't get the colors right, but that's gonna be a issue for another time. But I did get some acceptable pictures. I have a little Instagram post on my Instagram, not my makeup Instagram, obviously. But again, I just need to deal with this color settings and the exposure, because even though I have a camera and I know how to use a camera, something about that one just isn't cooperating the way one usually would. I'm gonna drag this underneath a little too, just a little. But I got so many baked goods, and my father had the audacity to keep trying to pay for things. We both got a baked good at this, place that I've been trying to try for months now. And they were at one of them, and I was like, oh my god, okay. So he ended up getting a mini cake, and he got something else. So there were 3 things. I had a bar, I had a strawberry bar, he had a Biscoff bar, and a cake. And then he went to try to go pay, and I was like, sir? And then this is natural with the tiniest bit of caramel, and then I'm just gonna do that underneath. If you want to pay when we go out and do our regular shenanigans tomorrow, I'm not gonna complain about that. But contrary to popular belief, I can in fact pay for that stuff. I did move some money around because it's the Sunday before payday and I get paid on Thursday, so it's that. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. I had to move I moved $75 out of my savings account, but I'm about to have a $100 paycheck, so I can put triple what I took out of my savings account and not have it mess with anything. And just gonna go in with a little bit of the NYX glitter primer. I know, what a wild concept. But again, very light. Not so. He's also been passed out in his chair for the past 3 hours. Because again, he has also been working odd hours. So, he wanted a light low day, which we provided. Oh, we got empanadas at the second farmer's market, and they were so good. I got a corn one, and it was filled with like cheese and like a little cream sauce. That was so good. And then this is from Holika. This is the My Fave Peace Glitz eyeshadow, or You're My Fave. It's a single eyeshadow. The way this is formatted is weird, but this is the shade Moonshine. She is beautiful and perfect. It's so funny because it's the shade Moonshine, but it's a very warm toned color. And I'm like, Moonshine, I would think, you know, I'm thinking of the moon, not moonshine like the alcohol. But we do have mead. We bought a mead and good idea. I'm like, wow. One of the farmers markets, there was somebody with mead, and we were having samples, and then we felt bad about leaving without one. So I'm gonna have some cranberry mead with my dinner tonight. It was disgusting, but my mother loved it. But I don't really like the taste of alcohol. I like drinks that don't taste like alcohol. So, you know, a nice lemon drop shot of vodka cranberry with some Sprite. Something like that. That's up my alley. A high noon? I'm kind of boring and lame. And then this is from Urban Decay. This is the 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in the shade Whiskey. Warm brown. I picked it up one of the sales. But we're just gonna tight line. Again, nothing too wild or crazy today, mostly so it doesn't clash too much with my shirt. Again, I was so proud of myself of not getting anything on my shirt, and then look what happened. I mean, that's on me. I decided to eat soup dumplings, and they were juicy as hell. They're just some like frozen ones that I picked up, and obviously I just cooked them when I got home because I was like, ooh, I haven't eaten anything besides an empanada and now I'm starving. And then I'm just gonna blend out that with a leftover, not a leftover brush, but a brush I already used, so not dirty and anything new. See, just look at how wah that is. Like, this is, I do love a very boring, like, bronze, warm-toned look sometimes. But I need to go put on some lashes, and I will be back in a second. Alright, I'm back with some lashes. I did a little dillion, I did a little dallion, but nevertheless, we persist. I also turned off my fan because I was too cold with it, but I was too lazy to get up and lower the mode, so say lovey. But this is from Glow Recipe. These are the Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dewdrops. I know. I also, my leave-in conditioner is almost out, so I was like, okay, I'll buy another one. I'm like, oh, this one's, you know, wavy hair, so hopefully that will kind of like redefine things, because even though, like, when my hair's wet, I have, like, you know, wave type curls, nothing happens when it's dry. And like, even the last time I got a haircut, it was like, oh, you have, you know, some shape to it, it's just not, you know, very defined. So I'm like, okay, maybe that will help. It was the worst. I mean, I've used two, not including that one. The worst leave-in conditioner I've used in my life. But gotta let this dry down just a little. Oh, I need to bring that back downstairs. I still have a bunch of my perfumes upstairs from when I did my little summer perfume video. I also forgot to include this in here. This is from Clean Classic. This is the Strawberry Fields. I smell like warm strawberry laundry, and I know that's a very odd way to describe it, but I like it. Again, not an everyday kind of thing, but like, you're like, ooh, I'm feeling a little different. Like on a cooler summer day, I can smell like a summer laundry, I guess. I know it's a very odd way to describe it, but like. And then this is from m.ph by Mary Phillips. This is the Liskin Weightless Serum Foundation. Yeah. I've actually really been liking this. The shade's a little off. It's Fair 30N. But I really like the finish of this, so. I did also see that they came out with a like very sheer lipstick balm, glossy balm, one of those things, and like a very neutral peach, and like a lot of the peaches I have right now are very pinky peach and like very bold, and I want something a little more muted. Like I want to find like a more muted peach blush that's like a little more orange, because I realized I don't have very many of those, so I need a matching lipstick at least. And I do like a sheer moisturized lip, which is why I tend not to wear an actual lipstick most days when I do a lip combo now, because it's just, I don't like the appearance of a full coverage of lip. It's just not, like in the summer especially, it's just not what I want, you know? I know that's a very odd way to describe it, but it is. I also need to start thinking about what look I'm going to do for my birthday, because my birthday is on a Sunday this year, so it's smack dab in the middle of my posting schedule, because I usually do Fridays and Tuesdays and Fridays. So Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. It's just that weird I don't know. Maybe I'll do the Sunday. Yeah, maybe I'll just post on for the birthday girl. Maybe I'll just actually post it on my birthday. I need to figure out, because I know I'm not working. I need my district to like actually give me my new employees so I can get them trained, because two of them have requested, well, one of my shift leads requested the 4th off, and I was like, hey, I'm like, no requests, because this is an all hands on deck situation. Two of them already have, my other two employees already have approved time off, because one of them, his mother's getting married in Mexico, so he has the 4th through the 16th off, and then the other has the 2nd through the 7th off, which I found out about 2 days ago. He's like, oh, I don't know if you can see in UKG. I'm like, besides the fact that I haven't gotten officially promoted yet, and I'm doing all of this bullshit. No, I haven't seen it actually. So either I need to deny her request and make her work, but if it's already approved I can't do anything, or I need to find someone to close, because I can't close because I'm gonna be doing, you know, legitimately 6 days in a row, so I'm not doing 5 opening shifts plus a double plus then going into open. That's not how this works. But this is from Natasha Denona. This is the Hy-Glam Serum Concealer. I'm just gonna take a little bit. Maybe the manager for the other store will be able to spare the kid that's opening tomorrow, because he's a shift lead. He knows how to close. He's gonna close not like by himself. He's helping my shift leads close on Saturday, Sunday, because we have no employees. So maybe I'll be like, hey, I'm like, I know this is a very, because like the 4th of July is one of those things that, like, you know, I saw sales last year. I can't see the actual number, but we did 80 deliveries. That's not including whatever's, you know, in store, because they didn't give me an actual sale thing. It just said that we did $300 in cash throughout the night. I'm like, throughout the day, I'm like, that doesn't help me. But you know, it's a Saturday this year. The World Cup is in Boston, so I'm like, I don't want to put, you know, someone on until 10 and 2 people on until 1, and then turns out the people into 1 needed the other person. But like, I don't want somebody who doesn't, Even though he's closed, he hasn't worked at our store a lot, so I don't want someone totally unfamiliar with the train closing. So, I need to speak with the girl on Wednesday first, because, I mean, she's going to be closing 6 days in a row, whether she likes it or not, and she's not going to like it, but I'm already doing 6 days opening in a row, so she needs to suck it up. And then this is from Milani. This is the Cheek Kiss Cream Bronzer in the shade Hey Honey. And like, I don't want to turn into like an immediate, I don't want it to be an immediate U-turn from how I am as a shift lead to how it is as a manager. I'm like, I don't want to turn into a hard ass and start denying everyone's requests and, you know, making you work overtime, blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, we have no employees. And as my mother said, she's like, you don't need to be their friend. I'm like, I know, but like, it's that weird promoted from within, so you know, we're already friends and now I'm your boss. It's funny because the girl was like, you know, you're basically assistant manager to begin with, just not paid. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, but now it's official, and like, it's just that weird power dynamic. And like my mother said, she's like, the requests, they don't need to be approved. I'm like, yeah, but like I said, I don't want to do a complete 180. Yeah, 180, not 360. I know how things work. If you do a 360, you're just doing a circle and you're back where you started. 180 is a U-turn. In the closest sense of changes. Like, I don't want to change entirely and just... But at the same time, we have no employees right now. You're lucky that I'm approving any of these days off. Especially because they're both trying to request the day off of the 25th. And I'm not going to be here to even fix anything. So. And then this is from Kylie Cosmetics. This is the hybrid blush in the shade Petal. Oh, hi. I'm going to be out of state from July 25th to July 30th. Now, you may say, oh my god, you just got back from New York, what the fuck? Hi. Hello. Well, I want to see cats again. And I'm going the week after my birthday, so birthday trip to me. And I wasn't planning on staying as long as I did in March, but then the new manager showed up, and he took me off all, you know, my usual days. So I don't know why, but I was like, yeah, I have no money, let me book another night. Originally it was just going to be like 2 or 3 days, so I could see cats, I could see Rocky Horror, and that was pretty much the plan. It was like a very short, minimal, wah, wah, wah. And then all that happened, and I went, you know what? So, it's just, again, it's totally irresponsible, but, especially now with, theoretically, if I ever get a raise, and it's one of those things that when I go to New York, it's to see shows and eat. That's all I do. I don't do the touristy things. I don't go out clubbing or anything. And then this is from NYX Professional Makeup. This is the Buttermelt blush in Butter Together. But it's just one of those things, and like, you know, I adored cats. I have iffy feelings about Rocky Horror still, especially after the Tony performances. But I'm seeing 8 shows in 5 days, gonna be honest here. So yes, no. Financially, no. But it was either that or go in the middle of August, because the middle of August and the end of July were not cheap like March was, but cheaper than basically anything in between. Like, I wanted to do September, but that was expensive. And I had a Excella train ticket coupon that was going to expire in November, and I was unlikely to go by then. And then this is from Kaleidos. This is the Space Age highlighter in the shade Ray Rider. And again, yes, I know, very expensive, not responsible, blah 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 blah. I know. Don't you think I know? I don't know if I've mentioned it to my father or not, so I'm gonna bring it up tomorrow when we go out. But I'm gonna see Every Brilliant Thing with Tracy Ellis Ross. I love Tracy Ellis Ross. Like, girl, When I get in, I'm gonna see Titanic, and then Schmigadoon, and then Rocky Horror, Operation Mincemeat, which I wasn't sold on it as a concept, but everyone loves it, and it's one of the only 7:30, 8 o'clock shows on the Sunday night. Then I'm seeing Cats, then I'm seeing Two Strangers Carrot Cake Across for New York, The Lost Boys, and then Every Brilliant Thing. So, most of these are from this season at least. And that's kind of what I wanted. And I bought everything before the Tonys. I'm gonna be honest, I bought everything in like April, May. So, again, it's just like I adore New York so much, and it's gonna be one of those things that I am definitely gonna need a break after. Oh, this is just some of everything going up here. Like, especially after these past few weeks, I'm gonna need that break. Like, who knows? Who knows? This is from Summer Fridays. This is the Softline lip liner in the shade Toffee. I don't like this formula, but this shade is very, very good, which is the only reason I still have it. Give me a second. But yeah, originally I was just like, okay, I'll take like a 1 o'clock train like I did in March. Get in at 4 o'clock, go see a show. I was like, well, if I take a 9 a.m. train, even if I get delayed, I'll be there by 2, 3 o'clock show. So I did change that. And then one of the reasons I have Every Brilliant Thing for the Wednesday night is because the 12:30 trains were like $200, and I went, no. So I'm like, you know what? I'll book the, 100-minute show for my last show of the run. That way I'm not back at my hotel too late. I can make it for the 8:45 train, which isn't that early, and I'm always up these days. But precaution, right? Like a few weeks ago, they put in, like a week or two ago, they put in a 10 a.m. train, and like that's the train I took on my way home. November, got home by 2:30, 3 o'clock. Did it look after that? Cinema. And then this is from Merit. This is the signature lip blush in the shade Andy. It's a little pink. Just do a little, yeah. Cause I know I was saying recently that I don't have very many like pink lipsticks. And back to I don't like a full coverage lip a lot these days. But I just watched this in Sephora and I was like. And then this is from Half Magic. This is the Magic Drip Glitter Lip Gloss in the shade Frosty. There's an asterisk where the eye is supposed to be, so that's why I'm being dramatic with the. And then this is just a nice kind of bronze. There's some pink reflex in here, but again, just tie everything. Also, the dog did lick off. She attempted to lick off my lip balm because she likes skincare products. She was trying to bump her head against mine last night, because she does that. She bumps her head up against my face. She was trying to do that last night after I put skincare on. I'm like, no, we're not doing this, girl. Alright, I need to go fix my bangs, but I should be back in a second. Alright, and this is the finished look. Girl, I forget how much I love like a warm toned glam like this. Like, this is honestly, I think this is my final form. Love colorful makeup, I really do, but something about this just brings out everything in me. Like, everything. These eyes, perfect. This blush, perfect. These lips and with the blush, perfect. Also, I was talking about my conditioner I got out of line. It was Function of Beauty or something. It's like the wavy one. So I was like, okay, maybe it will help define. My hair has been so dry, and it's been getting tangled so easily, and I've been losing more of it than usual. The, past 5 days I've been using that conditioner. leave-in conditioner, so I threw it out and I just bought a replacement bottle of what I had been using since January, which is like Marc Anthony or something. Marc Anthony? I don't know. It's a spray bottle. It does wonders. Because I have the Fenty one and I do like the Fenty one, but I hate the smell because I don't like coconut. And again, it works really well, and thankfully. But yeah, look at her. I'll do something fun and gorgeous and colorful tomorrow, but for tonight, yeah. Tea.